Boxingego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Now, I want to tell you guys the latest between the Kell Brook and Amir saga, and of course get to the truth, Errol Spence Jr. Now, the Errol Spence name is not going anywhere because he is linked to Kell Brook. He is the mandatory. And first, let me start off with Khan and Kell Brook, let you know what's going on, and then I'll give my thoughts. Now, this is kind of the tweet that started off. Amir Khan says, Eddie, referring to Eddie Hearn, I'm the A side, and you and Kell know he will make more than he did against Triple G. Don't you agree? Eddie Hearn says, he is correct. At 70-30, we don't want the fight. Someone said, come on, Eddie, what you say about Amir live on TV saying Brook doesn't want the fight, and he does. He is correct. At 70-30, we don't want the fight. So, in negotiations, it sounds like Amir Khan is saying, I'm the A side, pulling rank, 70-30. Kell gets 30, and he also wants to walk out second. And this is what Kell Brook was saying to ESPN. He says that Amir Khan wants things his way, and I'm the champion. He wants to walk out second. He wants to mandate the percentage split. And then obviously Kell Brook says, who the fuck is that guy? And then he did this little emoji sequence. And then Amir Khan says, I'm this guy below. Now get the fuck in the queue. Fight your mandatory for 1 million. My offer's too good. Take it or leave it. Wow. And then he posted his network. And then Kell Brook responded, Amir Khan, sorry, I was getting you confused with this guy. And it's a picture of him laid out, obviously, in the Canelo Alvarez fight, his last fight. Now, Amir Khan's coming off a bad knockout, shoulder surgery. And I was notified by all this from a fan from the UK, right? Shout out to my dude, Adam. He says, look at Brook's latest tweet, full of British fans calling for the Spence fight, myself included. So, you just made it to Boxingego YouTube. And now let me talk about my thoughts. It's getting really sad to me that Kell Brook is in search of money to the point where it's so brutally honest. I've made several videos about this. Kell Brook is a phenomenal fighter, very skilled, but it seems like he's willing to condemn his name. And he had a good showing versus Golovkin, did good for some rounds, possibly set a blueprint. He says, Danny Jacobs, follow my blueprint, things like that. And he's like he's in dire straits to get a big money fight. And I told you guys, and I'm going to keep saying it, big money fights can and will be made and can and will come. You got to work through, I keep saying it, everybody wants to be Money Mayweather without going through the pretty boy Floyd stage. Like, everyone wants to teeter around what fights they won and I'm the A side and this and that and try to pull rank, and it doesn't work for everybody. It's like people have this notion that Mayweather-Pacquiao, everyone's seen how much the fighters made. Man, Pacquiao made 150 million. Floyd made 300 to 400 million. Yeah, 4.1 million pay-per-views sold. Astronomical numbers. And it's like Mayweather-Pacquiao are a bust. It's like they feel that everything has to live up to that, or every fight is a big money fight, or you taste a big money fight and lose, and then that means you're going to get big money fight right after that. It doesn't always work like that. Golovkin stopped you. You and team thought you had what it takes to beat him. You came up short. You got your eye hurt in the process, and now you have a mandatory in another weight. And it's just real disappointing to see Kell Brook behaving this way, where it's like, to me, the Amir Khan fight, why are you still, it's like, let's say there's a teacher and they say, who completed their assignment? Raise your hand. Or who wants to answer this question that I have written on the board? Raise your hand. And Errol Spence is raising his hand. Big, all is like touching the ceiling. He's ready. And then Kell Brook's the teacher, and he's like, okay, Amir Khan, come up here and answer this problem. Amir Khan's not raising his hand. Amir Khan's not saying, yeah, let's take the fight. Come on. Amir Khan's saying, I want a tune-up fight first. Amir Khan's saying, I'm the A side. You get 30% as the champion. I'll take 70% because I'm the A side. Amir Khan's saying, hey, fight your mandatory Errol Spence, and then I'll fight you. Right? So there's all these hurdles and roadblocks. But Kell Brook keeps pushing this issue. Khan. You've been chasing Khan this long, and you guys haven't fought. What's the difference now? You know what I mean? You went on with your career. You got stopped in your last fight. He got stopped in the last fight. So he probably wants to bounce back. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's like, why are you so focused and honed in on Khan? And for one reason or another, it doesn't look like the fight's going to happen next. He's saying, fight your mandatory Errol. And he's saying, I want a tune-up. I'm coming off injury and a bad knockout. I want a tune-up. And you have a mandatory, so it just, to me, it's not making sense why he keeps like poking at Khan, and like it's like he's trying to it's like he knows the deadline is encroaching for the IBF, so he's doing whatever to try to spark interest or get Khan, like posting pictures of Khan knocked out, like that's gonna make Khan say, oh, okay, I gotta fight him. He disrespected. You guys have been disrespecting each other throughout the media for years. You know what I mean? You guys have been bashing and talking shit about each other for years. So you posting a picture of Khan, who's been knocked out 3 times, I mean, that's the easiest trick in the book. So, but it just really seems like Kell Brook is really willing to do whatever to not fight Errol Spence. Like, okay, he doesn't bring as much money as Khan, but if Khan doesn't want to fight, then why are you going to keep stressing the same issue with the person that it doesn't look like you guys are getting anywhere with negotiations? You told this to ESPN. So I'm really not understanding this, and I think it almost looks pathetic that Kell Brook never had a problem fighting a mandatory previously, and then now you have a mandatory who's worth the damn and looks impressive, who you have a shot to beat because you guys are both good fighters, and it's all these like loopholes and like, oh, I can't get up for Errol Spence. You're telling ESPN that, but you can get up for Jojo Dan and Sinchenko and Carson Jones. You can get up for him twice. You can get up for everybody not named Sean Porter, basically, in Golovkin. You can get up for Kevin Bezier, Frankie Gavin, but you can't get up. It's just so hard to get up. You know what I mean? Amir Khan's posting his net worth and posting your net worth and saying, fight your mandatory, fight your mandatory. I'll fight you after that, right? This dude is on your line. 2017 gonna be our year. Man down. I got now. World title chase, right? And I keep using this as a great reference, right? People said that Jermall Charlo was afraid of Julian J. Rock Williams. He was looking like a threat. He was undefeated. He has power. He has skills. He's from a tough area, Philly. And people said that Charlo was afraid and didn't want to fight, and he was going to leave the division without facing his mandatory. And he was saying he outgrew 154 just to stay away from J-Rock. And then he said, you know what? Even though post-fight, I was at his fight when he said it. Post-fight, he said, I'm moving up to 60. And that was after the Austin Trout fight. He said, you know what? I'm stick around. I'm going to kill myself to make weight or whatever I have to do, and I'll fight my mandatory at 154. He did that, and he looked damn good in doing that. So the same could be said for Kell Brook. If this is not a huge payday for Errol Spence, but it's still a mandatory obligation, take the Charlo route. Fight your mandatory, shut people up, beat Errol Spence, and then you have nothing to worry about. Then you could chase Khan. No one's going to complain at that point. You know what I mean? You fought Sean Porter, beat him in America. You stepped up 2 divisions, gave Golovkin some good rounds or good action spots, lifted him off the ground or whatever you said. And then you beat your mandatory. If you beat him, you're the man. In the boxing world, you're the man. It might not be the same paycheck as an Amir Khan fight, but if you knock out Errol Spence, an Olympian who's never been knocked out, versus a guy who just got knocked out in May of last year and has been knocked out 2 other times in Amir Khan, and this is no shade, these are all facts. what do you think people will give you more credit for? So, you know what I mean? I understand money and stuff like that. Everybody wants money. But in the end, you'll make money because the Khan fight, you guys have not fought for 6 years or whatever it's been. Because I remember the Ring TV or whatever, when you were side by side with Khan, that was like 2012. That was a long time ago. It might have been earlier than that, but I think it was like 2012. So what's the big rush now? The Khan fight's not going anywhere. Even if you lose to Errol Spence, the Khan fight is there, right? So it's just, to me, it's not a good look. Just fight your mandatory. And it's like, no matter what, always hungry, can't wait for 2017, coming for it all, man down, my time, world title next. I mean, this dude's staying in the gym, staying active, and the deadline is rapidly encroaching. And it's like every trick under the sun Kell Brook's throwing out, like you're trying to post pictures of Khan stretched out and try to bait him, and he's posting his network. He's trying to lowball you as a champion. I mean, because I don't think 70-30, in my opinion, if I was Kell Brook, I would feel insulted by that. And it sounds like Eddie Hearn and him are insulted by that because they said, you're right, we don't want to fight for 30%. You know what I mean? Why would an IBF champion who stepped up 2 divisions and gave Golovkin some good work, and some people think he even exposed Golovkin, why would he get 30% going back down to welterweight, but Khan feels he's getting 70? So obviously he doesn't want to fight, or he doesn't want to fight right now because he knows you're not going to take that deal. You know what I mean? So it's looking real bad for Kell Brook, and he has some tough decisions because you got this man taking a bow and keep putting man down, and it's like you're running out of time and running out of like leg room to breathe. Again, doesn't look like Amir Khan is trying to fight you next for whatever reason. He said fight your mandatory. Like he even said it again. Let me go back to it. Who leaked the sex tape? He's talking with his wife. It's awkward. Eddie Hearn, you was happy we offered Kell Brook more money to fight than Triple G fight. He got 2.4 mil for Triple G. I offer more as a guarantee, so forget the percentage. See, I mean, if you've been negotiating for someone with this, if you've been negotiating this long, see, look, this is it again. I'm the guy below. Fuck. Now get the fuck in the queue. Fight your mandatory. He's telling you. Fight your mandatory. Right? He's saying I'm worth more. 70-30. And it's like people posting this. People in the comment section. They're saying Kell Brook fight Errol Spence and stuff like that. And you're saying he's not known. It's just, man, this is, to me, it's crazy. It's really crazy. Because I understand this is a money game. Like, people want to get money. But if you can't make the fight and you've been negotiating this long, that's like what if Danny Jacobs and Triple G were still negotiating? They started in like November or something, October, or whenever, after Golovkin or after Jacobs knocked out Sergio Mora in the rematch. What if they were still negotiating? You know what I mean? Like, maybe you should look at other options at that point. And you have another option that you're required to fight. And another reason why, me personally, why I'd rather see the Errol Spence fight, aside from obviously it's more meaningful to the division and it shows me more, is the mere fact that if you fight Khan, you're likely going to get stripped. So you're not going to even have a belt. So fighting Khan is just purely for your payday. I don't care about that. I'm not getting, unless you're going to put some money in my account. Like, I don't really care if how much money either fighter gets. You know what I mean? And most boxing fans don't. Like, obviously, I don't want to see people shortchanged or ripped off by the promoters and stuff. But, I mean, most of these guys are making well more than the average person. You know what I mean? Like, they're making comfortable. Kell Brook or Amir Khan says $1 million to fight Errol Spence. Now, again, that might not be as much as you got for a Golovkin, or it might not be as much as you'll get for Amir Khan, but it's still $1 million. It's not like it's chump change. Like you're Floyd Mayweather and you can turn down the offers that Dana White offer. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, I'm turning down 25 because I'm Mayweather, right? So, man down. Kell Brook needs to just face his mandatory and worry about Khan after. I'm going to keep saying it. Let me know what you guys think of this back and forth between Kell Brook and Khan. Drop in the comment section. Make sure you share the video, like the video as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off.